What is up, Codeland? This is Vanessa coming at you. I also go by Mozzarella or Motz. And today we are going to be talking about making lemonade, or the world that we can shape out of breakdowns and breakthroughs. All right, so this talk was inspired by my colleague and friend B. Dougie, who at GitHub, who we refer to as the chief Beyonce advocate. And I was really curious as to what would Beyonce do about everything going on in 2020. And I should also say that I am incredibly woo. I am like true Philadelphia queer. I'm really into astrology and tarot. So I'm gonna be serving up some of that today for your lemonade. And one interpretation of Beyonce's lemonade that I'm going to use is that basically when everything fell apart in her life, she took a look at all of the fragments and she reinterpreted them, reframed them, reanalyzed them, and made lemonade and basically brought together all of her powers of badassery. And let's face it, we need a little bit of that energy right now because 2020 has been pretty rough. It hurts, right? And it should hurt because we are essentially birthing a new world. And you know, we just had that full moon in Capricorn and we're in Cancer right now. So we're doing a lot of personal reckoning with our institutions, very important. And while predictions about the future abound, and as we scramble to make sense of it and exert some level of control over this mountain of uncertainty, I'd like to think about how we might use this framework of lemonade to approach something we all care about, which is diversity in technology. And I'm going to walk you through how I see the world of learning and recruiting. I'm going to see it change in the next 12 months. And I'm wondering how we can read the cards here and make a breakthrough for underrepresented groups. And as a disclaimer, I already said that I'm super woo. I'm also super privileged, right? I'm a white, cis, urban human being, and I want to invite folks to check me, but these are the trends that I'm seeing, and I want to put them together to help all of us. And trend one is the explosion of remote work, right? And remote work this is really exciting and really important because it opens up the number of opportunities that are available to us. And we're no longer limited to working where we live, check. The next one is that money is moving faster across borders than ever before, which is awesome for developers looking for work who live outside the United States. One example of innovation in this area is GitHub sponsors, where we offer a way for open source contributors to get paid, and it's even becoming a viable income strategy for some folks. The third thing is that credentials, which are this traditional HR screening method, are going to be completely broken, inverted, need to be rethought because these credential gatekeeping that usually keeps a lot of underrepresented groups out, and we'll need to rethink what they are when so much of education is sideways right now. And we took remote work, payments plumbing, and this notion of hands-on experience to launch the MLH fellowship program this summer. And the fellowship is a remote first internship program where 144 students work on 30 plus open source projects over the summer. And this little image is where all the fellows hail from. It's very exciting. We had 10 awesome companies join us in this effort. So shout out to Facebook, AWS, Twilio, Indeed, Interactive, and our dear friends at Dev, who we just adore. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how these early results are extremely magical. We've been blown away by the vim and the vigor and the straight up shipping that the fellows have brought to the table. Shout out to Shraddha, Aaron, and Ivan, whose contributions were featured in the N8N newsletter, and Anshul, who just got their first PR merge to Dagiosaurus. They are just so great. And we know that the technical interview process is broken, and through this process and this rethinking will force hiring managers to look at what potential employees have already accomplished as markers and indicators of relevant experience. All right, so I gotta go, but before I do, think about signing up to get sponsored by GitHub for your contributions and hit me up with ideas or feedback. Much love, Codeland. I am out.